What's up, guys? Gates here with another $1,000 banger. $1,401 on ticker NEO. 2793 is my account number. Trading weekly options call contracts. Just verifying the profits for you so you know that this is a real trade and not a paper trading account. So let's get into the trade. A few of my members asked me, Gates, how did you know to take this trade today? And I'm going to break this down. There were 5 things that I'm looking for, and you're going to want to take notes. So pause the video and get a pen and paper and prepare to take some notes, okay? Ticker NEO. If you notice on the contracts, it doesn't say, oh yeah, it does. The C, that stands for calls. I was long on this position, meaning that I was thinking that this stock was going to go up, but yet it came down. So how did I make money, right? I bought the dip, guys. I bought this dip. So how did you know it was going to reverse, Gates? You never know if something's going to reverse. But if you have multiple signals telling you that a reversal is likely, then you can time that reversal and make some money. Okay, so let's go ahead and break this trade down. I'm on the 5-minute chart time frame here. The first thing we're going to talk about, point number one, is that NEO from the open fell about 4.69%, from 31.5 down to 30. 4.69%. Is that significant for a stock? Yeah, I think it is. Usually, you know, these cheaper stocks have potential to run 10+%. But if you're looking for a day trade just with shares on a stock, a 2% gain on shares is good. This is more than double a 2% gain on shares, right? So this also came pretty much straight down. It had one little bounce right here. But it was, you know, 2 massive red candles and then a third smaller red candle on the way down to this price point. And I mean, it was just pretty much straight down. There was nothing here really keeping it afloat, nothing really making it bounce. Strong move down. So when you have something that's moved that fast, 4.6 something percent, 4.6%. In less than 20 minutes, is a reversal and a bounce likely? I think so, yes. Unless there is some type of fundamental catalyst that's dragging the stock down, then from a technical standpoint, this thing should bounce at some point. Okay, so that's point one. It was down so much percent and so fast, right? 4.6%. Point two, we're going to just zoom out here and draw ourselves a trend line at the $30 mark. Okay, 30, that's where it bounced. $30 is a whole number. That's point two. $30 is a whole number. Whole numbers act as natural areas of support and resistance in the market. Gates, what's a whole number? 30, 35, 40, 45. 50 is the big whole number. So if you want to go from 50, you could go from 0, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, all the way up. And then if you have a more expensive ticker, every $100 is a natural whole number, right? So 3,300, 3,400, 3,500. That is what a whole number is. Natural area of support and resistance in the market. It's been proven many times. Here is the $30 whole number. So we just drew a trend line right there. So with it coming down 4.6%, did it make sense to bounce at a natural area of support, the whole number? Sure it did. Let's take it a step further though, okay? Let's look at yesterday's price action. This is point number 3. An area that a stock breaks out at. You're going to write this down. An area that a stock breaks out at is a hidden level of support and resistance, okay? An area where a stock breaks out at is a hidden level of support and resistance. Look at where this volume came in and it made a new high of day. So clearly the resistance here from yesterday was at 30.2. The area where it broke out of this bull pennant pattern, if we drew a trend line right there, oh wow, right at 30 is a hidden level of support and resistance. That's point number 3. The area where a stock breaks out at is a hidden level of support, in this case, and resistance. So it broke out of the bull pennant pattern here. Draw yourself a trend line there. You know that level's significant. There's the move up for the high of day. It never even looked back after that point. So now it's pulling back to the hidden level of support and resistance / the whole number, and is down 4.6%. Can we start looking for a bounce? Absolutely. Let's take it a step further though. During a phase of consolidation, right? This is going to be your consolidation when it's moving sideways right here. During a phase of consolidation, move to the smaller time frame charts to get a better understanding of what's going on, guys. You don't need to sit on the 5-minute chart the whole time. If you do, that's fine. Just watch the 5-minute chart and the 1-minute chart at the same time, simultaneously, okay? Draw yourself a downward trend line connecting the first rally on a downtrend. Draw yourself a trend line across the tops of candles connecting the first rally. Okay, and the moment that you get a break of that downward trend line, you likely have a trend change. Okay, so here's your downward trend line. It doesn't have to be exact. Connecting the first rally from the peak, right? So it's still respecting the downward trend line. Oh, look at there. Break of the downward trend line, guys. Right here. Right here. Break of the downward trend line, 654. Okay, so that's point number 4. On a downtrend, draw yourself a trend line across the tops of candles. On a break of that downtrend trend line, you likely have a trend change. Okay? Point number 5. This one's going to take some explanation, so hang with me. All right? And you guys are going to love this tip right here. All right, hang with me. On a stock that's in an uptrend, when you're riding the trend and you're momentum trading, you want to look for the stock to let's just draw this out. Okay, so you want to look for the stock to continue to make new highs, higher highs, but you also want to see the stock make higher lows. All right, so every point that it meets a resistance at, draw yourself a trend line. On the pullbacks, it should hold that level of resistance as new support, understanding that old resistance becomes new support, right? So here's another example. Hits resistance, pushes, breaks a new high of day, pulls back, tests that old resistance as a new support, right? Same thing here. Now, take that same concept that we just talked about. Hang with me. Take that same concept and we're going to flip it, okay? So a stock that's downtrending, when you're riding that momentum down, every time it makes a new low, you want to see it rally to the old support and treat it as a new resistance. This is applicable. Hold on, I'm going to get there. So here's your downward movement, your pullback. That's going to be support, right? Now it breaks the support. You want to see it tested as a new resistance. Pull back. Here's your old support. You want to see it test that old support as new resistance. The moment that this doesn't work anymore, you get a trend change. Okay? Now, watch this. Let's delete these old lines. We no longer need those. Okay, so here is your first point of support. Draw yourself a trend line. You want to see that break the support, okay? And then it's going to rally and treat that old support as a new resistance, right? Here we go. Old support, this is going to be your support point. Broke the support right here, made a new low, treated it as a new resistance. Oh, wait a minute. Now, whoa, it broke the resistance here. It should be treating this as a new resistance and making a new low. Why is it breaking this resistance? Oh, the stock is now moving sideways. The stock is no longer moving down. The momentum has changed. The direction has changed. It started to move sideways. So then what do we get? Now we start to see, wait a minute. Now we have a point of resistance. Let's delete these lines. Now we have a point of resistance that was broken. And now we see that the new resistance is being treated as a support. Oh my God, are we in an uptrend? Has this stock reversed just now? Whoa, we got a break of the downward trend line. We were down 5% and now we're bouncing. We were bouncing at the whole number 30. Whoa, we bounced at the hidden level of support from yesterday? Is that 5 different signals telling us that this trend is reversing? Come on, guys. Yes, 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 and yes. Okay? This was put out in chat. Let's go back. Let's see where it was alerted. Hold on now. $6.50. Watching Neo for a potential bounce here at 30. $6.50. I mean, it was alerted right here, guys. All you had to do was pay attention. So where did I enter? I didn't enter right away, okay? I didn't enter right here. You could have, but you would have been taking more risk. So here's the contracts that I was looking at. The 30 October 29 calls, right? So just to verify that, 30 October 29 calls, right? I could have entered, I called it right here. I could have entered at 116 and rode this all the way up, 116%. I didn't take that entry at 116. I waited for this move right here at 654, and I entered at about 154, I think was my fill. All right, so 654, 654. Here's, you got to wait for confirmation. You can just take the trade there. There's a few different ways to enter this trade. You could have taken the trade right there. You would have been assuming the risk that you would have basically been guessing that it was bouncing at that time. So you would have been assuming more risk, guessing that it was bouncing, and you would have kept a tight stop at 30. But you would have capitalized on this amount of profit right here. You would have taken that. Or you could have entered where I entered right here and waited, so you would have had more confirmation like that it was already bouncing. So it's a less risky play, but you're basically giving up all of this profit right here, which, at this time it didn't matter because look where it ran to, right? So did I take the full 100 and whatever percent? No, I didn't. 1,401, 24%. That is where I sold my first position. So I was scaling out of this trade. You see I had 38 contracts right here. Okay, so yeah, 24% was right around 196 or so from my entry. So I sold some there, and I scaled a few more off, and I think the last sell I posted this, I was up 67% and still in the position. So for the sake of this video, $1,400 is what I made. Look, guys, if you want to know more about these techniques in detail and how I trade like this every single day and make profits like this every single day, in the description there's a link to my masterclass series. It is a full 272 page course with over 8 hours of video content detailing from start to finish how to day trade from a technical standpoint in the market. So everything from how to start all the way up to how to day trade options, and all of these techniques and strategies taught in between. I use this stuff every single day. The price is $2.99. You shouldn't even be worried about the price, because you will not find a course or guide or mentor or anything that is cheaper for as much value that is contained here. And I guarantee you that. I've done my research, okay? So this is the cheapest course that you will find for as much value as you will find. It shouldn't be about the price anyways, guys. I post these videos all the time. I don't need your money, right? I tried to make this price affordable so that everybody can learn this stuff. There are no secrets in trading. I don't know why these people charge thousands of dollars for these courses. That to me it's absurd, and I can't believe people pay that stuff. But yeah, $2.99, it's nothing, guys. When you're ready to stop asking me questions and start learning for yourself, and when you're ready to invest in yourself and learn a skill set for your future, you'll make the right choice. The link is in the description if you're interested. Thank you for your time. As always, like the video if it has helped. Comment below if there's anything specific that you want me to do. Comment below if you think this video was fire. I don't think there's anybody out there teaching this stuff like I do it. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. All right, I do these videos every so often, so who knows, maybe you'll learn a new technique next time. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you all in chat.